Hello everyone, Mucklet Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here with a quick guide on legendary runes and sigils. Yes, they do exist. Each of these items are much easier to craft than any other legendary, but you would of course need 6 runes to fill your armor, 7 with the rebreather, and multiple sigils for your weapons. They allow you to access every rune or sigil in the game on a drop-down menu so that you never have to replace that one again, just change what it currently is. I'm going to go over the recipes for both, then general notes and tips. The Legendary Rune. Like all legendaries, we need to hurl some items into the Mystic Forge. Here is our recipe. You will need an armor smith, leather worker, or tailor with skill 75 or higher to make the mystic aspects. You can buy the recipe with karma from the profession of your choice in Lion's Arch, or just buy the mystic aspects off the trading post. The charms for crafting them are obtained from salvaging green items rarely, and they can be traded. You'll need 20 clovers. If you need help with those, we do have a guide on that. The link will be in the description. You'll need some ectos and obsidian shards. Gift of Craftsmanship is bought with 50 provisioner tokens from various merchants. Now, how do we get a provisioner token? Each provisioner will give you a token in trade for various items each day. It is much easier to do a few of the easier trades every day than it is to get 50 of them in one day. So I recommend just making a habit of this. Here are the provisioner tokens I usually grab each day. The Ash Legion provisioner in Black Citadel, right next to the Diessa Gate waypoint. I typically do the trade for an obsidian. Scrit Trader in Lion's Arch, close to the Commodore's Quarter waypoint. I typically trade the Mystic Forge stones from my daily login rewards and some ectos. Quartermaster Natomi in Verdant Brink, close to Shipwreck Peak waypoint. I trade for a reclaimed metal plate if I have any. Scavenger Rakuten in Auric Basin near Wanderer's waypoint. He has a trade for 1 Auric ingot. This runaround takes only a minute or two and gets me 4 to 5 per day, depending on if I have Mystic Stones. Every one of these traders has many other trades as well you can do if you like. I personally just did the ones I listed each day and stocked up. The Gift of Craftsmanship is on all of these merchants and can be bought once you have enough tokens. Lastly is the Gifts of Condensed Magic and Might, made by combining a whole lot of blood, venoms, totems, dust, claws, scales, bones, and fangs. The recipes are from Miani and Lion's Arch by the Mystic Forge. Once obtained, throw these all into the Mystic Forge and get yourself a legendary rune. Now, let's talk about the legendary sigil, and this will be short because 90% of it is the same as what we just went over. The legendary sigil uses the same gifts of craftsmanship, condensed magic, and condensed might. It uses slightly more clovers, ectos, and obsidian than the rune did, and one new ingredient, mystic motes. The mystic mote recipe is bought from the huntsman, weaponsmith, or artificer trainers, those are the trades that can make weapons, in Lion's Arch. The motes themselves are made from ingredients you get salvaging, and once again, you can buy this step off the trading post if you wish to do so. Once you have those items, combine them as shown here to get a legendary sigil. Some general notes and tips on these. Legendary runes and or sigils can be used in multiple equipment templates and set up differently in each one if you wish. If an item or its rune and or sigil is legendary, you can separate the two without the need of an extractor. Because of this, a legendary piece of armor with multiple runes on hand offers the same convenience as a legendary rune. Plus, the legendary armor has stat changing. For this reason, I myself would recommend going for the armor first, even though the rune is so much easier to get. I put my first legendary rune in my Ascended Rebreather. Since there is no legendary rebreather with stat swapping, this allows me to change the rune on all the rebreathers even though they are only Ascended. You can use a legendary sigil once per equipment template. That means for both weapons and underwater weapons, you would need 8 sigils if you really wanted to go hard. And that's really all there is to legendary runes and sigils. They are by far the easiest of the legis to make, but due to their application, I wouldn't recommend making them until you already have the legendary weapons and or armor that you want first. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button to help us out with the YouTube algorithm, comment if you have any tips or tricks about this topic to share with others, and subscribe for more similar content. That's all for today, and happy crafting!